This is INCRadio, DZEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.
Hello, welcome back to another episode of INCRadio, Silicon Valley, California. My name is Brother Glean. I'm from the local congregation of Salinas. Joining with me today,
my name is Brother Miguel Jimenez. I'm from the local congregation of Fremont, and I'd love to introduce to the other panelists that's on the show. So we'll start off with the brothers, and then we'll move to our lovely sister.
So yes, I'm Brother Michael Estrella from the local San Jose.
I'm Brother Paulo Jimenez, also from the local of Fremont.
I'm Sister Nikki Molina from the locale of San Jose.
Now, Brother Miguel, I know we just had a very big activity recently. Can you guys kind of jog my memory, please?
So what we had, on Sunday was our musical EVM, and that's going to be our topic for today's episode.
Our musical EVM. Actually, before we dive into the discussion, how about we dive into some live comments?
Okay, yeah, let's dive into some live comments.
I see first one up there. Hello, Brother Noel S. Gasman and family. Greetings po. Hashtag SVC, hashtag San Jose.
We also have another comment from Brother Jordan. Welcome on. Just wanted to say hello. Hello, Brother Jordan. Thank you for commenting.
Also from Ka Jason Dolalas. Hello po. District of Silicon Valley, California. Hashtag SVC. Okay, I love to see the live chat. Please put in your comments, maybe your favorite memories from the musical EVM.
Your favorite memory from the music EVM, and then also your favorite activity that's been going on this past week.
Yeah. Okay, how about we just start our discussion, Brother Miguel?
Let's start it off. So I'm curious for both of you, everyone, how did we all start off with the musical EVM? So I know that the musical EVM, we have different parts and different roles. And I wanted to know your guys' perspective on what your role is and how do you feel about it and how was it like preparing for that? We'll start off with you, Sister Nikki.
Yes, so my role for the musical EVM participation was performing as a participant of the concert choir. It was truly a blessing and honestly very fun to be part of the group led by Brother Joshua Gutierrez and the other leads for the concert choir. I normally like to be part of stagehands or helping brethren be encouraged or inspired to be part of the activities, but it was very nice to kind of be on that stage performance of concert choir. Probably one of my favorite memories is knowing that every Saturday we could get together tired and also on Sunday to come rehearse and singing as a soprano out of the voices. It was really fun to kind of step out of my comfort zone and be a part of that.
Oh, that's cool. For me, my role was actually stagehand, so I wish you were there, Sister Nikki, but it's okay. Stagehands, actually me and Brother Paulo are stagehands, but I'll let Brother Paulo elaborate. For me, I was a stagehands manager, so we were in charge of basically making sure all the props, all of the lead actors, even the soloists, the performers, they're all together on stage in a way that is on time and also properly blocked. And there was a lot of preparation too, like what you said, Sister Nikki, how we were supposed to come on every Saturday. We were also there every Saturday as well. And for those that are watching that don't know the preparation, there's a lot of preparation because you have to work with the different departments per se. So we had to work with, of course, the choir, and then also the dancers as well, and then also being able to understand the vision of what the play is going to be like, and also there's a lot of logistical aspects when it comes to timing and everything. So that's what we were focused on and being able to accomplish, and I think we did a good job because we were able to get everything on time.
Yeah. The props are amazing, Brother Miguel.
Oh no, we had a props team that was able to do it. So shout out to Sister Jerica for also being able to help out and being able to be there to help coordinate the props. Yes.
How about you, Brother Michael? What was your role?
Yeah,
Musical
so I
EVM.
was also part of concert choir. Previously, I was part of stagehands with Brother Miguel, but I decided to switch this time.
He left me, so stagehands, but it's okay.
Yeah, no, I mean, I wish I was there for stagehands, but yeah, I joined concert choir because I've done previous performances with concert choir, and it's just really fun being able to sing and also perform for the brethren, because I feel like we all have gifts from God, and that using our gifts to perform and also give glory to God and also encourage the brethren, I think it's a really fun time. And like what Sister Nikki said, being there every Saturday and Sunday and practicing, making fun memories with one another, that was my favorite part about this musical.
Last but not least, Brother Paulo.
For me, really, I was also a stagehand, and I have to say that it felt different being like actually part of the performance and also the part of the show, because when you're actually like watching it like in an audience, it's like a different perspective. Like you want to see like how it's done, how it's like behind the scenes and everything. So being part of it was like kind of a blessing for me, and also being able to share my faith as well, because I know there's a lot of guests who came. So I think that was like one of the memorable moments for me being part of
Now,
the
bro-
stage too.
Now, Brother Paulo, kind of just like bouncing off that and for everyone, can you kind of tell us or walk us through how you got involved into production? Like who invited you, how you got like started off?
It was
maybe?
me. No, just kidding.
No,
Yeah, I'll let you explain, Pablo.
It was mostly Brother Miguel who inspired me, because he wanted me to get out of my comfort zone more, be able to be more confident in myself, because usually at church I'm usually more laid back, more shy, don't really talk to a lot of people, but thanks to Miguel, so I'll shout him out later. I thank him for
Aww.
Okay, thank you,
Very
Paulo.
sweet. Very sweet.
Thanks for being there, Paulo.
Hashtag brotherly love.
What about you, Brother Michael? How about you? What made you wanted to be part of this production?
Yeah, so like what I mentioned before, I did previous performances, and when Brother Josh Gutierrez reached out to me to perform, because I've done production with him before, I was really excited because I knew it was going to be a fun time. I knew that with him in lead, that he'll lead the concert choir to a very great performance, and he did. And so when he asked me to join, I knew that I wanted to join again, because I really believe that being on that stage is a blessing, and that performing and being part of a cast that can bring all this together is just really like shows you how much dedication goes into production like this. And I want to be part of that, seeing how the different moving parts, how many people are like we said, when it comes to the stagehands, like assembling everything together. It's just so amazing to see everything put together in a single production and then presented to the rest of the church and also to the guests that are part of it.
Yeah. I think for me, one of the main reasons, there was two people. It was Sister Jill and Ate Nizel that asked to help out. It was actually really a scary task, actually, because I never led a stage in terms of like the back end before. So it was my first time being able to lead the stage. But of course, I don't think it's possible without the people that was part of it. So I'd like to give a shout out to Sister Nikki Custodio, Sister Ella, Sister Aaliyah, and also Justin Labaste, Paulo there, and then Brother Casey, and then even the others that joined in a little bit towards after the event. And I think being able to be asked to be presented this opportunity to help out was a huge blessing, like what you said, Brother Michael, and being able to show that and try out and learn a lot of new skills, because I definitely learned a lot, actually. This was an activity where I learned a lot of learning how to manage a stage, learning how to be able to be timely and everything, and being able to adapt. I think that's one of the biggest things, being adaptable based on all the moving parts that's going on.
Last but not least, before we move on to our slideshow portion, Sister Nikki, can you tell us how you got involved in this production?
Yes, so I heard that the musical EVM was being coordinated, and I wasn't sure yet what role I could hopefully play a part in, but I did get to speak to Brother Joshua Gutierrez, and he did mention, yes, if you're willing, please, you're invited. We'd like to have you be a part of the concert choir. And normally I do try to be a part of other parts of what it takes to be part of an activity. And so I also was able to learn definitely some new things as being part of concert choir. I already am a choir member for the church, but being a part of concert choir for a stage production is a truly different and also equally great experience. Definitely inspired by the other fellow brethren who were in choir, the concert choir for this, coming together for the performance practices. Shout out to Sister May, shout out to Sister Shayna, of course to Brother Josh and Sister Sarah as well. I know that there was a lot of coordination to get us through those rehearsals as well as stage ready, and whether that meant being up there and trying to be a little more loose and knowing that on a big stage, every little movement is actually smaller than we think, and having to have a bit more with our movements and the way we sing. It was definitely a lot of cool things to learn.
You guys sounded amazing up there. Just
Yes.
to say, I think the first time that I heard where I was really wowed was in the Mountain View practice. You know, we were in the small in the function hall there. I think that was when I realized, like, wow, all right, we got to step up our game, y'all. and I think everyone really did. I think what choir really did was really inspire the other groups, like inspired us stagehands, inspired the ones in the musical, inspired everyone. Because if the choir is able to put up at that point of the preparation, like do that well, it sounds so good. We really felt inspired. Like, oh wow, they're really putting their best foot forward. We're really inspired to do our best as well. So I really thank you guys for being there as choir.
Yes, thank you, Brother Miguel. And if I can also make a shout out to all the children that participated in the musical EVM. Wow, if there wasn't anything more inspiring, I couldn't pick what my favorite part would be, but there were a lot of children running around for rehearsals. But when they were on that stage, man, there was no screaming or
Best performance.
yeah, they were great. And not only that, the stage moms and stage dads behind the curtain.
Yeah.
Oh man, it was really nice to see them be a part of the production. And once you saw it on the day of, together with the stage hands and the actors, it was a really flowed process. It was great.
I kind of get the vibe. Everyone kind of regards this activity very highly. I get a sense of fondness. And I can tell that a lot of you guys made some very wonderful memories. Can our Tech, actually, we'd like to see some of those memories right now. If we could talk about it a little bit more.
Yeah, let's see like the past CFO activities, which is our musical EVM. We'll be able to see some of the photos that's being displayed on the screen, if you can see. So that was the first scene, and then that was the scene that you're talking about, Sister Nikki, with the kids, and then also I believe that was the middle concert choir towards there's a Sister with Sister Shayna, Brother Devon, with Josh Gutierrez, and then you guys for the concert choir. You guys sounded amazing. Oh my gosh.
You guys were to the right, if I wasn't mistaken, right? To the right and to the back.
to
Okay.
the right. And then right here we have the musical EVM aspect, which is the different scenes. So we had the INC giving scene here. And then we could see Brother Vincent, we could see Sister Audrey, Sister Tintin, Sister Coco, all on stage.
Our brothers from 2 broadcasts ago,
Yeah.
Brother Elijah, Brother Zafon,
We love
Chris
to see
and
them.
David, right?
Yes, Chris and David.
Chris and David.
Yes, we're going to see Brother Zay as well. And then I think one of the dancers in the back was Sister Alex. And
Yes.
then, that was the finale scene. Oh my gosh.
Yes, that was the most fun.
Walk us through that scene for the finale, for the musical event. As choir, how was that for you guys?
Yes, the plan was to kind of go in the audience and ask the guests and the brethren to kind of play with our energy and be really excited in that final song.
It was really, really amazing. I couldn't see it, but I felt it and heard it. Yeah.
Yes.
What about you, Brother Micah? How was that for you?
Oh, I would say that was the most fun because that was the one that had everyone on stage,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
We had, children, concert choir, dancers, actors. I'd say that was the most fun because it was the most fast-moving one.
Yeah.
Like, I know brethren couldn't see it, but we were just, like, zooming in and out.
Yeah. I
We had
remember
to
you
go
guys
to-
were in line and then you had to
Yeah.
go out backstage and everything. Oh, man.
Yeah, and what Sister Nikki mentioned, as we went to the audience, it was like the most fun because we can actually interact with them. And like the best thing was seeing their surprise when we actually went on and started dancing with
Yeah,
them.
yeah, yeah.
Like they didn't expect to be, part of it, but
Mhm.
on that finale when we were on the stairs dancing with them, clapping with them, it just made it like a whole like production of including the audience. Yeah, so they really felt like they were part of it, and the colors.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so bright. Choosing like very bright colors was also a fun part, and like I didn't get to see like it all together, but it's what everyone has told me. Just seeing all the colors, just mix and match, it just really brought out a good finale.
Yeah.
Fun fact. I also like to give a shout out to the production and stagehands because if I'm not mistaken, that's Monterey. That's the background. That's Monterey.
Yes. Shout out to Sister Jerica. She was the one who was really the one designing majority of it, and then it was really amazing what they were able to accomplish with all of the different set designs and stages, and even the props.
The clam chowder
Cart,
and
yeah.
bread bowls.
Yeah.
I thought that was a really nice
It was
touch.
Really cool. It was really cool, and I think what made it really nice. And then here's some pictures from the audience reaction and everything. I think I really felt like they had a great time there, and being able to see it and then see it live, and then here's the back end of it. Oh, that was the at the booth they were doing the ones that controlling the different aspects like the lighting, the music, the curtains as well, and they were be able to do that such a great job. Yeah. All right. So kind of go back. Let's go back to our conversation. With
Yeah.
the musical event. So what are the other questions you have, Brother Glenn?
So we kind of got to see various different memories, various different angles of the production throughout. Let's get a feel for your guys' views and your perspectives and your memories. What is your guys' favorite memories? How about you, Brother Paula?
I guess my favorite memory was just like seeing it all like come together at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Like like through like after seeing like all the practices that they had and all the work that was done, I think it was like really great to see all of it come together at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And also I don't think they mentioned it, but I wanted to shout out the dancers as well
Mm-hmm.
because they were like they were doing all the choreography and the moves, and that's a lot of on your feet and everything.
Yeah.
So it's
Actually,
a lot of-
let me throw in another question. Do you guys have a favorite song?
Ooh, that's a good question.
What about you, Brother Paula?
say on that day on.
From that day.
Oh,
You
yeah.
guys have names.
Yeah,
Oh.
from that day on. Yeah.
I
think that
just know
was
which
my favorite.
parts.
Yeah.
Brother Michael?
Oh yeah, for me, yeah, same thing from that day on. It's just like the message behind it, saying that, especially the line of, if we don't see one another,
Yeah.
we'll see each other in, the promised land.
Yeah.
And so just having that message in that, I think it really conveys, not to just the guests that were attending, but also the brethren.
Mm-hmm.
Because, being part of the church, it's, it's a really nice feeling to know that we'll see each other once again.
That's really sweet.
Yes.
Favorite memory?
Favorite memory. I think it's the transition from San Jose Function Hall to the actual venue.
Okay.
Yeah, the reason why is because we practice so much in Mountain View Function Hall, San Jose Function Hall. These are places that we are really familiar with, and then transitioning from that to a new stage in the college, it was just, oh dang, this is actually happening. This is real.
Yeah.
it's gonna happen, and seeing all the moving parts come together, because when we were practicing, we couldn't see what the stagehands were doing, we couldn't see what the dancers were doing, and so having it all in one place on one time just really is an amazing feeling to see everything just come together as production.
Yeah, for sure. I think for me to answer both of your questions, I think my favorite song was probably the finale. The finale. I think for like maybe 3 days straight, I could hear the kids in my head. Something like that. But I can't sing. That's why I'm on stage. But, so like I think that was probably the finale, because like like what Michael said, everyone said, it's just pulling everything together, and I think that's probably also my favorite memory as well. The finale where everyone was able to. That was the peak of, I think, the musical EVM, because that's where everyone's involved.
The climax.
The climax and
Yeah.
everything, and then that's where I feel like people really felt it.
Oh yeah. Sister Nikki.
Yes, so I'll start with my favorite song is probably in the classroom scene when Sister Kristen Bell Tison finally, she discovers that her fellow teacher in the play has a God's Message magazine, and then she is so happy, and she sings this song saying that I've been waiting for this moment, and moving forward, her momentum from there to be so inspired to invite her and encourage her fellow teacher who's not a part of the Church of Christ yet to continue coming, and that she's in her prayers, and that now there's more than one person who really thinks that this is the truth that her fellow teacher should seek. It was really inspiring, and the whole classroom scene with those in the desks, it was all put together with making that song more probably my favorite.
To quote Sister Bell, one of my favorite scenes was when she said, "Girl, I'm a member of the Church of Christ too."
Yes.
Shout out Sister Bell.
Yes.
But to kind of steal her answer too, I also really like the classroom scene. I like the little like rock like undertones, even the transition music, which I thought was a really nice touch.
Yeah. Especially, and I think probably the most emotional scene that we were trying to portray, it was probably the prayer scene.
Oh yes,
when
definitely.
they were when the main actors were praying on behalf of the guests and then the ones that were invited, and I feel like especially for those that are converts, they are experiencing that. For those that were converted, they had that moment where they are in a moment of decision and moment of we're just gonna rely on what we believe in, and then thankfully there's a lot of members that can relate to that, especially those that are converts that had to go through that experience because they were being prayed for by those that were invited by, and being able to see them now, a lot of converts. Like shout out to my mom. She was telling me that she really felt it during that scene because she was going through that 20 years ago when she was still a non-member. She was Catholic, and then when she got invited, she really felt it, especially during the play, because it really related to her. And I'm really glad that we were able to hit home for that scene, especially.
If I'm not mistaken, Brother Zavon actually touched upon it a little bit the 2 broadcasts ago for our pre-musical EVM broadcast. He said it was along the lines of like it catering to both the inviters and the invitees.
Yes.
So it really hit home, and I'm glad to see it really did.
Yeah.
That you mentioned.
Yeah. So it was really moving.
Yeah.
Very happy.
And to kind of tie everything a little bit together, do you guys have one thing you would like to share from participating from the musical? Starting with Sister Nikki.
Yeah, so if I can have like a main giveaway or takeaway to the whole experience is it is just so amazing the different forms of ways we can share our faith. As a fellow organist of the church, I try my best to perform my duties and the gifts given to me by Almighty God by playing at the organ and helping inspire brethren when we are teaching the choir or leading the choir. But this was another equally inspiring and fulfilling experience to give praises to our Almighty God, because when we're there on the stage and we're there to do this musical EVM, we think about the guests and our fellow brethren who we want to invite, and also to let them know here are all the different ways we can share our faith and also ways to increase our faith. I know that for those in the audience and those on stage alike, all the experience and feedback I've been hearing is that it was an amazing time, and let's do it again.
Yeah.
So
Definitely, 100%. I think I like to piggyback off you, but I think one of the questions that I want to relate to, not for those that are watching, is don't be shy. I feel like one of the things that gets a lot of people are scared is that they're shy when they're doing stuff for the first time. For me, for example, or for even Brother Paulo, it's just take a chance when there's an activity that's going to happen and it's going to be a really exciting activity, and you feel like you really wanted to do it, but then you're shy because you've never done an activity like this before or you never participated. Just come and show up. It's honestly probably one of the best decisions that you'll ever make. For me, especially, I never knew that I was going to be helping out with the stage, and I learned so much from that activity. So if there are those that are on the fence when it comes to being part of a different CFO activity, or just even there to help out, please come through. It's very, very welcoming and very, very exciting, and you get this feeling of sense of accomplishment, and you just really feel good, especially the work that you do will have an impact on not just one but multiple people that comes to that activity.
Yeah.
Yeah, to pretty much piggyback off of Brother Miguel, Sister Nikki, it's join. Some of the words that Brother Josh, our concert choir lead, told us is that there are people that would say like, "Oh, I'll join the next one," or and when the next one comes around, they say the same thing. "Oh, I'll join the next one." But he says, "What happens if there's no next one? You'll end up regretting not joining." And so, when I first started off, I was also in that boat. Like, oh, I'll just join the next one. But when I finally said yes, like what you said, Brother Miguel, it's a really amazing experience to be part of something like this. And something I would like to take away from this is that the moments we share with the brethren, especially our performers, the people part of the cast and crew, because every performance will be different, and none of them will be exactly like the other. And so something I like to take away is the memories I shared with these people in specific production. The people I bonded with, people that I met for the first time, people I've known for a long time. It always is a nice way of bonding with the brethren. And so if you are, like what Brother Miguel said, if you are on the fence about joining, I'd say, you should show up, attend a couple practices, and meet new brethren. Everyone's encouraging, very welcoming, and I'd say you'll make really great memories from this experience.
Last but not least, Brother Paulo.
I just want to bring it all together. Like everything you guys said was true. If you're on the fence and you think you're nervous or you're not really sure, you should just do it. Because it's very it's very beneficial. It's like if you could there's a lot you could take away from it. It could help you. If you're nervous, you could probably.
If you're nervous, you got us. Yeah. You got us.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for the follow.
I love hearing each one of your stories. It sounds like you guys had different sides to this whole thing, and it was really wonderful to hear. And I hope the brethren, through this broadcast, can kind of sense that. But before we kind of start wrapping things up, do you guys have any final shout-outs you guys like to give?
I'll go first. I like to shout out Brother Paulo.
Hashtag brotherly love.
But yeah, it's he's my brother is he's on the, I would say, on the shyer type, but I'm really proud of him because he was able to really put himself out there. It's scary, especially being on stage, being on the back end, and being able to work with different people and being able to perform these different tasks. And it was really high pressure at backstage, but it was a great experience, and I really I like to applaud Paulo for being able to be there, and then also I like to give a shout out to the stage crew that was there. Sister Nikki, Brother Justin, Brother Paulo, Sister Ella, Sister Aaliyah, and then the others that were able to join in as well, Brother Casey. And then it was just a really amazing experience, and just shout out to everyone that was there. Shout out to the audience, especially that was there watching.
Yeah, I can go next. I like to shout out to Brother Josh and Sister Sarah. We had a short time to actually practice this, and they really pulled it together. They were really good leaders. They were very inspiring. I also like to shout out, the people I sing with, Brother Mason, Brother Casey, Brother RJ, and everyone in concert choir. And also I like to shout Brother Journey. He was the one that really set up the mics and everything.
No, Ka Journey.
Yeah,
Shout
Ka
out
Journey.
Ka Journey, Ka Jeff.
Yes,
Shout out
they
to
were
you,
actually
Paul.
there first, every single practice to set up everything for us. And without them, we wouldn't be able to have this production. So I like to shout them. And yeah, so.
Oh yes, shout out to Sister Michaela Asinilia for bringing my jacket when I forgot it for the final performance. Also, shout out to those who orchestrated the whole concert choir and to the approval of this activity. We are really grateful for it. Also, shout out to Brother Devon, Brother Jared, Sister Sarah, and Brother CJ for being next to me when I was singing and trying to not cringe at the tone of my voice. But yes, it was still just honestly to everyone in concert choir, stage crew, hands, all of it was a great memory.
Paulo, what was your shout out?
Obviously, I want to shout out Brother Miguel.
Of course.
I wouldn't be here otherwise. I wouldn't be convinced to be here. I was obviously reluctant at first, very hesitant in being part of the stage, and then also here for the radio broadcast as well.
Yeah.
Thanks to him,
Thank you, Paulo.
And another, I also want to shout out the venue as well.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Gavilan College.
Yes.
To see if they didn't let us perform there, then they wouldn't be able to have a place to have a production.
Yeah, no, Gavilan College I think was really super flexible. I don't think they. I think Brother Josh Gutierrez was talking in one of our meetings saying that. I think out of all of the performing musicals or even like the performances, they never let us do a pre-day practice or even let us dance within the aisles. I don't think that's usually normal, but I think they were really a really great venue and really appreciate Gavilan College for letting us have our musical EVM there. All right.
Shout outs to everyone.
Shout outs to everyone.
Kriyatek, can you please pull up our our upcoming activities?
So we have our upcoming CFO activities. Our first activity that we have is our local congregation of Union City. We have our stretching activity, and this will be at the Fremont Function Hall on July 12th at 1:30 p.m. Please bring your stretching clothes when you're there and be able to have some fun while you do it. Then we have our San Jose team building activity. It's going to be on Saturday, July 12th at 11:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. at the Gutierrez residence. Be able to contact your Binhi and Kadiwa officers for more details. So, Sister Nikki, Sister Michael, Brother Michael, yeah, or yeah, Sister Nikki, Brother Michael, be able to maybe contact them, and yeah, we'll be able to have the shout outs. And I guess now to kind of wrap things up, we like to first thank, of course, want to give a shout outs, especially to our YouTube at INCRadio News and Updates. We also like to be able to showcase kind of ways to tune in, which is at our YouTube at INCRadio GZEM 954. We also have our social media and our different links for that, which is Iglesia Ni Cristo News and Updates on Facebook and Instagram at INC Media News and Updates. And we also like to thank our church administration, our executive minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, and our deputy executive minister, Brother Angelo Manalo. We'd also like to thank especially our district staff, for our district minister, Kad Noel Ascasmin. We also like to thank our assistant district minister, Brother Jason Dulalas. We also like to thank our multimedia advisor, Kad Francis, and our CFO advisor, Kad Mark Anthony Manuel. We also like to thank also our INC Radio Tech. We also like to thank Kuya Tech, Brother Manley, and then Brother Wally, our station manager. And we like to thank especially the panels that came up today that were able to show up. And hopefully next time we'll see you guys on
INC Radio, Silicon Valley, California.
All right, take care, everyone. Thank you for joining in. Woo!